Hello fellow stitchers. Today I'm coming with another tutorial on how to digitize a little colorful design from scratch in under 5 minutes. No dongles needed, no software needed. Just go to embroidery.us web application. Before diving in, I just wanted to ask you to subscribe to this channel. I bring in tutorial. I try to do it frequently. The more you subscribe and watch, the more I'm encouraged to put tutorials on. I also release the designs that I digitize on these tutorials for free for a limited time on embroidery.us web application. Also, I wanted to thank you so much for the positive feedbacks that you got, all the enthusiastic users who go and give me a lot of encouragement. One of the recent ones, let me read it to you. She said, "Thank you for developing something less arduous to work with." Thank you so much. This is doubly good. One, because that is exactly my intention, to make something that makes digitizing super easy and accessible, and the barrier of having to go and click and make the stitch should not stand between your creative idea and the beautiful stitched fabric in real life. And it's good because I didn't know word arduous before. It's a beautiful word. Thank you. Let's go and digitize. Type embroidery.us. And then if you have a design, upload your design. But today I want to go for something I've had in mind for a while, but I want to try it now. It's not quite Christmas themed like the other tutorials, but let me do it, see how it turns out. So there's a dervish rituals where there are these dancers who do a whirling dance, and that's sort of a spiritual ceremony that gets them close to God. I don't know much about the spiritual part, but the visuals are amazing. So let me just start with something short, but we can revisit and refine it. A single whirling dervish. It's something I saw in Istanbul, and it's almost correct dictation, but it doesn't matter. It can handle a little bit spelling errors. All right, generate with AI. All right, let me take a look. I have tutorials on other styles, but today let's focus on the colorful ones. Okay, this is great. I could go back and try other designs, but I quite like this one. Because I'm working on a small frame, I'm gonna go take it all the way to the stage where I can see the stitch files, and if I didn't like it, I could come back and try from the beginning and generating a new image. It is harder for larger frames because larger frames take longer to compute the stitches, but if it's small, it's okay. You just can, infinite times go back and forth and see whether you get the design that you really like. Okay, let me take it home and then we might revisit. Oh, before stitching, initially it might kind of show you the design with 12 or 7 colors depending, but you could play with the colors. Sometimes fewer colors might make it look better because some of the smaller areas would merge into the larger areas, makes up for a cleaner stitch area, but sometimes fewer colors would just wipe away some of the details that you liked. Let's start 6 usually is the lowest that I go, unless it's something very specific that would work with monocolor or 2 colors. Yeah, 6 color didn't change much in the aesthetic. Let me go 8, see if I gain anything. Yeah, so this kind of patches are kind of cute, but I don't know if it's worth complicating the design for. Let me go real crazy just for practice. It's not quite wise, but I want to see how it looks. Yeah, it looks cool, but with that many colors, as you can see, there are a lot of small patches that would impose a lot of trims and jumps, which if you're okay with that, go for it. But it might take a bit longer, or if your trimmer is not sharp or great, you might have to clean it up with scissors. um, yeah, I'm gonna go back to that 6 colors I had. Boring old 6 colors. And then the fine details allows you to kind of decide how many kind of small areas you're willing to bear a stitch or a jump stitch for. And let me play with it. I usually go for the lowest amount of fine details, as long as it maintains some of the details that I like about the design. So let me go a bit lower. I can always come back up. Yeah. See, I kind of like this more because it gives a bit more clarity as to where the areas like this dress is. Whereas with higher details, are like too many dots, and kind of when it comes to life, it might look too patchy for embroidery. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little lower on here. Although I did like this texture on the head. Okay, my standard is gonna be I go high enough to get a texture. Alright, I think this is doable. This is doable. Stitch it. Just gonna use 6x6. Alright, this took a bit longer than usual, about 3 minutes. I think because the design is complex or something like that. Yeah, so what I see here is not exactly what I would like to go and stitch immediately, because this kind of hand piece kind of got hidden. This is a preview. This is not exactly accurate, because after you stitch, some of these stitches that are under, they kind of show and come out. It might actually look good, like the skirts and these colors are sheer and you can see the hand underneath, but I'm not 100% sure. Also, it's like not sharp. We could go back and try a new design from all the way from the top, and you could use the same prompt, and it would give you a different design that might end up looking better as stitches. All right, just go home, a single whirling dervish, exact same design, dervish, exact same prompt, I think. And then this might give me a design that would work best with kind of the shape that embroidery algorithm likes. All right. Oh, this one I really like. This is not just the dancer, there are the splashes of colors behind her. Oh, I love this kind of abstract designs. They work out best with this software. It's a kind of not the world where you have realistic, sharp, handmade designs that are more on the traditional side. These are more kind of artsy and pieces and details that hands cannot do, but they work best in abstract styles where precision is not exactly priority. It's that like creative, splashy, detailed design that is what you have in mind. Yeah, this will work great. Let me play with color. Again, we start from the lower end of the number of threads that we like, and work our way up. Alright, didn't change too much about it. Yeah, I like it with 6 color. I don't need more color. Um, and then now there's some pieces here. I don't mind them, but let's see if I kind of played with details, whether I can kind of consolidate some of these pink colors into the pinks of the dress. Um, Fewer fine details usually kind of consolidates shapes, not always, but in this case it removed too many details. Now a lot of the kind of separate objects that I like them to remain separate got consolidated, so I'm just gonna go back up. Yeah, now I'm getting that separation back. uh, One thing I wish was the hand. I wish it didn't have any color on it. Let me see what causes it in the original. Yeah, yeah, so the dress is a long sleeve. That's why you see colors here. So let's double down and go higher details. Maybe we'll see the rest of the sleeve show up here. No, it didn't. Yeah, but see, too many details kind of makes it kind of pixelized. So let me go back. It's also possible if I removed a lot of details, it just completely removes the dress. That might be nice. Did not, but yeah, at least it removed some pieces of the dress, but the hand remained yellow. You know what? This kind of looks interesting too. It's less kind of detailed of a human face and human figure. It's more blended. Uh, Let me try this, but I definitely want to come back and try with the higher details again. So let me do 6 by 6. 6 by 6 designs are the hardest to get right because the stitches have to behave very well to um, kind of go all the way to the details in the right direction. But the larger the frame, the easier it is for the algorithm to figure out how to place the stitches because you get larger areas. All right, this took about 3 minutes. Usually 6 by 6 designs take under 1 minute, but some designs are kind of complicated. All right, so let me see. This is pretty cool. It removed kind of some details that I liked. Um, yeah, I'd say let's go back and put some details back in. Otherwise, I really like the aesthetic, so I have a lot of faith that the next one's gonna be great. All right, I'm gonna put more details. Yeah, hopefully this will capture some of these a bit better. Stitch it. Let me try color, see if some more sleep it appears. My obsession with sleep. Oh, I like this contrasting dark color nonetheless. All right, let's go. Let's go stitch it. All right, this took 3 minutes. Uh, yeah, it is capturing the details that I liked. It's capturing those contrasting colors. I think this is gonna look amazing. Uh, all right, I'm just going to download it. Here we have some alternative processing we're experimenting with, but you could always download the standard processing. There, so it's downloaded. It's a zip file. You're just gonna have to go extract the zip file. It depends on the operating system that you have. And then after you extract it, you could just go and directly put it on the machine. No software needed, no dongle needed. And let's go stitch it. Please subscribe. I'll have announcement for new free designs, for new updates to the app, and for new tutorials.